We got ourselves Team 1 together with Fairlek. We got a Garber in here, Prov, Rofo, and Psychium. Gonna be first up versus Krinix. Going up for the big Night Fit knockdown Psychium. Not looking all that good. Dropping out Darkness. Getting stun onto Krinix. Krinix with line of sight onto that Hunt. He expected it. Is this man playing one-handed single-minded Fury Warrior? I think he is. Big Hunt coming out of Demon Hunter. Did he still do it? Or did he fake it? I can't tell if he's faking it. I actually can't tell. Did he fake it properly or not? I'm not seeing Krinix with a big dot. Looks like the Hunt finally comes in, trying to body him in range regen. Stun onto the Demon Hunter, but Krinix does go down. Unfortunate, but Psyche came out with a big slapping. The big dammies. Krinix down. Sorry for that. Krinix down, but skills gonna be going for a little bit of a normal. But just RP walk, battle, master says to full everything, knocked down to Psyche, dropping him down quite low in health with Shackles Malediction charging, and after kind of breaking that on Shackles, but still the Blaze Storm is getting quite a bit of value, still sitting in that battle stance as far as I can tell, trying to go for the mixed damage. Is he going to be able to? One more execute, that's all he needs, just literally RP walking. Is he just going to kill this guy while RP walking? Psyche, does he just die to the bleed from mastery? I cannot believe it. Skills, you just need to disable your walk button. You just need to disable your walk button. You're still RP walking. Oh no, is this just the ultimate BM? Is he just feeling like he's a victor here? Oh my goodness. This guy. Finally, oh, Stormbolt, that's going to be a stun exchange skills. Trinkets out of it just to take Psyche down. My goodness. Oh my god, avenging for another warrior friend. On Team 2, we got ourselves also in the back, Rico, as well as Milord Pal, looking as majestic as ever with buff arcane as well. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. On Shu Hello. Huh. Out of all the servers, Shu Hello with buff arcane. Gonna be Rofo up next is a Necrolord Feral Druid looking to get some bleeds in. Big onto skills. Skills did Trinket, has a parry, has a battle message. So he has a commanding shout. Like he has help to work with. Defensive stance, stun onto Rofo. He better be extra careful of his health. Minor to parry up and everything. Gonna be borrowed health with reflect up in case I guess there's storms. Knocking down onto Rofo. Can he do enough damage to Rofo though? That Druid still has Flesh Scarf. That's gonna be skills with the Battle Master Avatar Warbreaker up with a short stun. But looks like Rofo just had enough damage there. I actually thought the warrior might be able to live that long enough and maybe blast through that shield fast enough. Rico SP playing out that Shadow Priest Necrolord. So most likely play that Necrolord legendary. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. The extra pet build, Big Fear, and Rico going for the big, actually big damage in the opener. Gonna be in the transfusion off the bat with and maimed by Rofo. Rofo surrounded by all these pets, getting blasted by Siphon, the mages. They got us on Siphon. Oh, huge burst out of the Shadow Priest, letting the pets steal the war. Garber getting aggressive here with Rico Aspian. Does he go maybe for the sharpened blade, going back in defensive stance as he got himself the full Necrolord set, a big Warbreaker onto Rico. Rico tried to see if he could live this. Gonna be Vampiric base. I don't know if Vamp will be enough. Trinkets out of it. Great effect to follow. Trying to get a heal. Gonna be an interrupt out of Garber. Waited it out. Battle stance is available. Trying to land those executes. I think it's lights out for the Shadow Priest. Unless you can just live this executes into reflect. Oh my goodness, Garber, dude. These warriors. Is it gonna be Buffer Kane next to Milord Paladin? Looks like the Milord is returning. The Paladin that we've all been missing. The royalty himself. Making a return. Garber slowed down with a hand, a hindrance. Is gonna walk circles around Milord Pal as best as he can. Got himself the full Flesh Cup bubbles. Is that still Flesh Cup from the first duel with the Shadow Priest? Or did he just get himself a fresh one? I think that might have been a freshie because the commanding shout is down. So he most likely used commanding shout to get himself a big Flesh Cup. Big damage out of Garber. Trying to get super extra aggressive versus Milord Pala. Damage for damage. Big parry out for Garber. Stun into Milord Pala. Trinkets out of that stun just to keep himself alive. Minor to bubble this here. Maybe blessing of protection. Bubble coming out. Garber, does he have the line of sight? He wants to go for shadow and throw, but he needs line of sight. Gets it for a second. Milord Pala catching up with full heal. Actually got himself basically a lay on hands. And should be able to keep himself alive here for a little bit longer. Was he? Is he attacking? I was gonna say, what is he attacking? But he's attacking Kevin Slime. Get himself some holy power. Disarm by Garber. Stunned by Milord Pala. Looks like Milord Pala. He is playing the final verdict, so he's able to get that big hammer, slam it down on things. But he's mostly just, looks like he just committed that hammer onto the slime out of everybody. Interesting. Garber with a defensive stance with a necrotic shield, the full 9 yards. Milord Pala, no big damage for a little bit. Garber, Warbreaker with a battle stance. That might be enough. He is actually just unshackling himself, so he actually does 20% more damage than he normally would sitting in defensive stance, because defensive stance reduces your damage as well as damage done to you by 20%. So you're kind of curbing yourself, which can be great for defensive play, but you are shackling your damage. You are reducing how much optimal damage you can do. But when you go into battle stance with somebody CC like in the stun, I mean, you can get quite a lot of value. Gonna be a disarm onto Milord Pala. Garber going to battle stance. Milord is actually in a position where he could get executed for a ton of damage. This is a Necrolord warrior. They do get 10% buff in PvP. Or is it? I believe so. Actually, it was a 10% buff overall. I don't remember if it was for PvP or not. I could be making a false statement here, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to get 10% damage for execute, for mortal strike, overpower, or maybe only overpower works out PvP. I could be wrong in that one. Milord Pala seeing Garber go in a full flash scout. That was with a commanding shout. That's also going to be reflected for Garber as he's seeing Milord Pala going for a bit of a Seraphim, trying to back the hell out of the trinket for that hammer of justice. Going to be aggression for those swings. Garber is just going to go full aggression damage. So this is Milord Pala going damage. He's actually going to go for even more damage. Big charge with a slam down. Blessing of protection. Garber has no way to get rid of it this time. So Milord Pala popped offensive cooldowns and had to pop defensives. So for Garber, this is huge, as he has himself a massive meaty shield back in the defensive side. Disarm to Milord Pala, reducing how many abilities he can use to generate holy power. But it's a paladin, as if they need a weapon. They only need the light in their hands and the hope in their hearts, and that's literally what they live off of. Big final verdicts coming out from Milord Pala, still unable to crack through that shield though. That shield off Flesh God holding on for a while for this warrior in defensive stance, making it harder for that shield to really fall off. Big battle stance up for Garber. Could be big executes on Milord Pala. Reflect is up in case that was a hammer of justice. And he actually has him in that execute range. Milord Pala having to do everything to survive. This warrior is just a monster right now. Interrupt Milord Pala on Holy Blaze to keep with him. Battle stance is up. Milord Pala maybe could go for a hammer of justice here. Dodge coming down. Is he going to go for damage or healing? Looks like he's generating calm points or holy power, but he's not going for damage just yet. Trying to slow the game down a little bit, trying to slow the pace. He needs bubble with 20 seconds in 20 seconds. Shield of Vengeance in 20 seconds. Any kind of healing to help him out. Man, Garbage is putting so much pressure on him though. This guy right here, this Chad warrior, got himself the elite PvP set from Legion, got himself the Tabard of Flames, Infinity Goggles, Agrimar Sword, Teshalek. Dude, he's got the full getup. This man is deadly. He got Commanding Shout back up, so I think he was just trying to do is battle stance everything into a flesh scout. Commanding Shout, oh, he got the full shield. He even used the battle message trinket. Oh my goodness, we are getting into the 8-minute mark with 90% dampener. Garber has himself the biggest bubble ever. Like even Milord's immunity bubble isn't as good as the bubble that Garber has. It is so much absorbed, you might as well be a god like immune. Stun onto Milord Pala, big damage. It's gonna be, is that a shadow throw? Shadow throw is still available. Trying to see if he can throw it. Not gonna be able to. Milord Pala not given opportunity. Hodge, Garber has a chicken for it. Should be able to stay up with the Milord Pala. That banner give him side bit movement speed with a slow onto Milord Pala. Should be able to stay with him. Disarm. Milord Pala is limited in what he can do for whole power duration. Trinkets out of disarm. And trying to stay alive as best he can. Trying not to get interrupted on Holy though. But he look at Garber. He's been getting blasted with wings up for Milord Pala. His shield still holding strong. Popping out defensive stance just to prolong the shield a bit longer. He execute onto Paladin. Maybe Milord Pala executes coming out. Does he get to turn down? No! My goodness! Garber comes in and just tackles that man to the ground. Buffercane is going to be up next. Try to go for a big invis. Going to be a reflect for Garber. And Buffercane just went for a fire blast just to kind of trip him a little. I was told that Buffercane got himself some big one-shots, so I don't really know what to expect. Garabus in defensive stance. Touching the magic is set up by Mage. Big Arcana Sphere. Does he go for the big go here? Potentially. Big damage into Instacast. Arcane missiles flying. Garabus is real low on health. Oh my god, he actually did take a lot of damage. Well, damn. I guess that is a one-shot. Well, there it is. He did it. He gotta go versus Prof though. Oh, that is probably the worst matchup. Barfricane having to go versus Prof. Necrolord Monk. That is a really bad matchup. I don't know if he could do that twice. Lightning only strikes twice. Lightning can't strike twice. That was a once in a while opportunity, I believe. And looks like Barfricane does not play in the Triple Shield Legacy. He's going for the big, real one-shot play if you can. Prof trying to do as much damage as possible. Barfricane did have ult time though in order to get rid of him. Into a poly, trying to go for a big Arcana Sphere again. Trick out on a Prof. Arcana Sphere still goes through. Interrupted on Flesh Cut. Prof does not have the big defensive anymore. Arcane going for many instant casts. Arcane Blast if possible. Trying to go for our Polymorph. Looks like it's going to be Iceblock out of Arcane. Trying to get himself some healing. His hand kind of poking out. He's got like a chef's kiss hand going on here. You see what I mean? Mwah, chef's kiss. It's like this man's Italian now. Big movement for Prof. He has a legendary every time he Tiger Palms. He does have a big like charge over to the target. And I believe it actually gives him a resource too. Buffer can go for the poly, not completing the Night Phase soul, the power transfusion. The Night Phase ability for cooldown reduction. I think he just wanted to make sure he doesn't break any polymorphs. And he just needs a little bit of survivability. Prof no longer has a trinket, so maybe Buffer could make something work here. No Ice Block on the Arcane Mage though, so it's going to make him a little bit vulnerable. Maybe has ult time. Does not have a normal blink. I feel like if he had a normal blink, he'd be okay. Wait, does he just go down here? Maybe. Oh! He does get a... Oh, touch of death. You can't reverse that one. That's a rough one. Garber came in, slamming it out of the park. Big amount of healing for this guy. Yeah, Ferrelis that never got to play on Team 1, 2. We got to get him back in. Barfricane with a big one-shot. Malort Palace stepping back into the arena. We had quite a lot of different classes playing today. I enjoyed that one, boys. I enjoyed that one. Let's go, boys. Fleshcraft's a little bit good at PvP. It seems it is pretty good. Can't disagree.